Good morning, children. I am very happy to see you all once again after a short gap. We are discussing about surface area and volume of solids. So far we have completed 13.1 and 13.2. Now we are going to start exercise 13.3. The topic is conversion of solid from one shape to another. It's an interesting topic. Here a solid is converted from one shape to another. You can imagine you are playing with clay. Okay, many of you would have played with clay. First, you took some amount of clay, a particular amount of clay, and you are making it like a spherical ball. Okay, that's usually we do with the clay. You are making a spherical ball with the clay. Now the clay is in which shape? Now it is in spherical shape. Now what you do? You are dismantling the shape. Okay, you are again spoiling the shape, and using the same amount of clay, you are making a cylinder. Understood or not? Initially you made a spherical sphere, and now you are converting the same amount of clay into a cylinder. Understood or not? That is the concept we are going to use here. You are going to change the shape of a solid from one shape to another. For example, here sphere to cylinder. Here you have to note one thing. For both sphere and cylinder, we use the same amount of clay. Therefore, in this case, the volume of the sphere, the spherical ball formed by the clay, is equal to the volume of the cylinder formed. Because we use the same clay, same amount of clay, same amount, so same value. So using that concept, we will solve the sums. I think it will be better if we directly go to a problem. Okay, please take your book. Check your book, page number 251. All of you take your book, page number 251. Let's do the first sum in the exercise 13.3. First sum, what is given? Let me read it. A metallic sphere of radius 4.2 centimeter is melted and recast into the shape of a cylinder of radius 6 centimeter. Find the height of the cylinder. It's very simple. Here, a sphere is melted and converted into a cylinder. So first, volume of the sphere, and then it is converted into a cylinder. So in this case, as I told you, for the sphere and the cylinder, the same amount of material is used, because the same sphere, the same material is melted and recast. Understood or not? You have to understand that the sphere's volume and the cylinder's volume will be the same, because the same amount of material is used. Okay. So given, what is given data? Given sphere radius is equal to 4.2 centimeter. What else is given? It is recast into a cylinder of radius 6 centimeter. So cylinder radius is equal to 6 centimeter. Both are different, but the total volume will be the same. That is, volume of sphere, we know that from the question, volume of sphere is equal to volume of cylinder. Why both are equal? Because from the same material which was used for making the metallic sphere, now the cylinder is made. Therefore, the volume of sphere will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. Volume of sphere formula, do you remember volume of sphere formula? Yes, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So both are radius. So this one sphere you denoted as r1 and cylinder you denote as r2. Understood? Just to make a difference, to show a difference, you can use this as small r, capital R, anything, or RA, RB, RS, RC. That's your wish. Okay. So sphere R1, that is equal to cylinder volume. Do you remember the volume of the cylinder? The volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. So pi r we are using r2. R2 square h. Instead of r I am writing r2. Pi r square h. Understood? So what you have to find? You have to find the height. Height is given here. You have to find the height. So first you can cancel this pi and that pi because both are given equal. So 4 by 3 r1 cube is equal to r2 square h. Shall we apply the values? The values are, this is 4.2 whole cube and this r2 is 6 centimeter. Are you all following me? This is very easy. Okay, so please 6 square into h. So we want h only. So let us keep h in one side and bring all the terms the other side. Okay, so that is 4 by 3 into 4.2 the whole cube means 4.2 into 4.2 into 4.2, that is equal to 6 square is 6 into 6 into h. So let h be there and let us bring the other term to the left hand side, that is 4 by 3 into 4.2 into 4.2 into 4.2. This 6 into 6 it is in multiplication. When you bring here it will come in the division. So divided by 6 into 6 equal to h. We want h only. If we cancel this we will get the answer. Okay. So how can we cancel? So this is 6, isn't it? So you can use the third table. This is 42. So third table, 2 3s are 6. Here in 4 how many times 3 is there? Only one time. So then dot is that point. Remaining one is there 1 to 12. In 12 how many times 3 is there? 4 times. So 1.4. Clear? Similarly here also 2 3s are 6. Here 1.4. Then here 1 3 is 3. Then 1.4. Then here 2 2s are 4. So this 4 and this 2 you can cut. So finally you have 1.4 into 1.4 into 1.4 equal to h. 1.4 into 1.4, if you multiply you will get 1.96. I am doing it directly. 1.96 into 1.4 equal to h. If you do the multiplication, you will get the answer. H is equal to 2.74 centimeter. Why centimeter? Because this is height. And here it is given in centimeter. Volume means centimeter cube, area means centimeter square. So this is height, only one dimension. So the answer is 2.74 centimeter. Understood? Okay, that's the answer. The key concept here is one shape is converted into another shape, but the volume is same. Because same material, same sphere is melted and recast. So the same material is used. So volume of sphere equal to volume of cylinder, then apply the values, you will get the height. Okay, so please note it down, we will do another sum. Students, let us do the fourth sum, exercise 13.3 fourth sum. It is given like this. A well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. So it is given diameter is 3 meter. Okay, so a well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. 14 meter deep. Deep in the sense it refers the height of the well, because well is usually in what shape? Well is usually in cylindrical shape. So cylinder deep means height. So height is equal to 14 meter. Okay. So diameter 3 meter and height is 14 meter. Now the earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it in the shape of a circular ring. So when you are digging a well, you will take out the earth, you will take out the sand outside, isn't it? That is called earth. You are taking out the earth and you are spreading it evenly in the shape of a circular ring of width 4 meter to form an embankment. Embankment means, so usually around a well they will build a small wall-like structure in order to prevent some animals or small children from falling inside. Yes or no? That is called embankment. Okay. Find the height of the embankment. You should understand the question. They are digging a well and they are taking the sand outside and spreading to make a circular ring. Embankment is in the form of circular ring. Usually embankment will be like this, na? So if this is the well, then embankment will be like this. Like this. Yes or no? The thickness may vary, the width may vary. Okay, this is called as circular ring. The circular ring and the hollow cylinder are almost same. Okay, circular ring, if you consider it two-dimensionally, circular ring will be like this. If you consider it three-dimensionally, you can consider the example. You used to play tenicoid ring. Okay, that can be considered as an example of a circular ring in 3 dimensions. Understood or not? Okay, so what we understand from this, the volume of initially the well is in the shape of cylinder. We have to equate now. The cylinder is converted into a circular ring. Okay, cylinder volume formula, volume of cylinder is pi r square h. You know that. Then what about the circular ring? I want you to know that. See here in a circular ring, outside one circle is there and inside another circle is there. That is, if you consider circular ring can also be considered as a hollow cylinder. Hollow cylinder, outside one cylinder is there and inside another one cylinder is there. You know the volume of the cylinder formula is normal cylinder is pi r square h. But when circular ring or hollow cylinder comes, the inner cylinder radius is small r and the outer one capital R. Understood or not? The inner one is small r, the outer one is capital R. Therefore, you want to find the embankment. The volume of the embankment means only this much. Like this. Okay, so this is a cylinder and this is a hollow cylinder. You want to find only the volume of this embankment, this only, which means how will you find that? This is the outer cylinder, this is the inner cylinder. So inner cylinder, the embankment is not there. Only in between the inner cylinder and the outer cylinder, the embankment is there. Therefore, how will you find that? It's very easy. So volume is equal to volume of outer cylinder minus volume of inner cylinder. So this is the outer cylinder. From that, if you subtract the inner cylinder, you will get the volume of the embankment. So volume of outer minus volume of inner. Okay. So outer cylinder volume, outer cylinder radius is capital R. So pi r capital R, pi r square h, capital R square h. Understood or not? Pi outer cylinder means capital R square minus inner cylinder means small r. So pi small r square h. So here pi h common. So take the pi h commonly outside. So pi h capital R square minus small r. Okay, this is the volume of circular ring or the volume of the hollow cylinder. Understood or not? Okay, volume of the circular ring. Circular ring in the sense 2 dimension means that is different, but this is 3 dimensional. So circular ring or hollow cylinder. We are dealing with solid. So for solid circular ring, the volume formula is pi h into r square minus capital R square minus small r square. Capital R is the outer radius, small r is the inner radius. So keep this formula in your mind. Okay. So now we will solve this. So we will equate volume of the well, that is volume of the cylinder, is equal to the volume of the embankment, that is equal to the volume of the hollow cylinder. Okay, so using this formula we will solve this. Okay, and this is the given data. The well, that is cylinder diameter is given, height is given. So whenever diameter is given, you will find the radius. Radius equal to diameter by 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Let us keep it as 3 by 2 meter. You can convert it to 1.5 or simply keep it as 3 by 2. Okay. Then height is given. Then what else is given? The width of the circular ring is given. Circular ring, another name. Circular ring, another name is hollow cylinder. Hollow cylinder width is equal to 4 meters. Understood or not? Okay. So now we are dealing with conversion of solid from one shape to another. So the concept is the same volume is converted from one shape into another. Here it is converted, a well is converted to a embankment. That is, a cylinder is converted to a hollow cylinder. So first you have to equate according to the question. From the question we know that volume of well is equal to how much earth taken out from the well, that much earth only used for the embankment. So that is equal to volume of the embankment. Okay, that is, in other words, volume of well. Well is in the shape of a cylinder. So volume of cylinder is equal to embankment is in the shape of circular ring or hollow cylinder. So it is equal to the volume of, I am using the word hollow cylinder. You can also write as circular cylinder, hollow cylinder or circular ring. Okay. So volume of cylinder formula is pi r square h. That is equal to, I already told you, volume of hollow cylinder or circular ring, the formula is pi h r square, capital R square minus small r square. Okay. So here this is the volume of the cylinder, this is the volume of hollow cylinder. Pi is common, so we can cancel. Pi value is always constant. But this is height of the cylinder, this is height of the hollow cylinder, which means this is the height of the well, this is the height of the embankment. Now, usually the height of the well will be more, but the embankment will be maybe 1 meter, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. So both heights are different. So you can give this as h1, this as h2. So h1, this is h1, height of the cylinder. As per the question, you want to find this height of the embankment. h2 only we need. Okay, so now we know this h1 and we know this small r, but we don't know the capital R. How to find the capital R? Listen, this is the circular ring, this is the small r, this is the small r, this is the capital R. So capital R is the outer radius, capital R is nothing but the small r plus the width. Yes or no? Width. This is the width. Width is already given. Therefore, capital R is equal to small r plus width. Understood or not? Okay. So that is equal to, what is small r? Small r radius. Small radius is 3 by 2 plus width. Width is 4 meter. So 4. That is equal to, you take common LCM, 3 plus 2 4s are 8. That is equal to 11 by 2 meter. Understood or not? So capital R is equal to small r plus width. Small r is equal to capital R minus width. Always keep it in mind. Keep the figure in your. Okay. Now apply the values. Use r square h1 is equal to h2 into capital R square minus small r. Apply the values. The small r value is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 square into h1. h1 is 14 into 14 is equal to h2 we don't know. Keep it as h2. Then r square, capital R square. Capital R is 11 by 2. Yes or no? Okay. So 11 by 2 the whole square minus small r square. Small r is 3 by 2 the whole square. We have to solve this. If we solve this, we will get the unknown value h. Okay. So 3 by 2 the whole square. That is 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 14 is equal to h2 into 11 by 2 whole square. Okay. So that is 11 into 11 divided by 2 into 2 minus 3 by 2 the whole square. 3 into 3 divided by 2 into 2. Understood? Okay. So that gives, we can cancel this, 1, 7. Okay. So 3 into 3 into 7. 3 into, or we will write 3 3s are 9. 9 into 7 divided by 2 is equal to h2. 11 into 11, are you all following me? It's very easy. Okay. 11 into 11, 11 11s are 11 11 Suraj, please tell 11 11s are, yeah, 121 divided by 4 minus, here 3 3s are 9, 9 by 4. So 9 by 4. Okay, so I will continue this on the next slide. Okay, so 9 into 7, 9 into 7 divided by 2 equal to h2. So you can 4 you can take the common LCM. 121 minus 9 divided by 4. That is equal to 9 into 7 by 2. You can write it as 9 7s are 63 or simply keep it as. Okay, h2. 121 minus 9. 121 minus 9 is 112 by 4. Okay, so now h2 only we need. So keep the h2 here. Bring this. This 4 is in division. When it come here, it will come multiplication. Then 2 into this is in multiplication. It will come here. 112. Okay. So now we simply need to cut this. How will we cut? So this is 4. 1 4 is 4. Here in 11 how many times 4 is there? 2 times. 8 2 4s are 8. Remaining 3 32. Okay, 32 8 times 20. Understood or not? Okay, so 28. Then anything else? Here 1 4 is 1 7 is 7. 4 7s are 20. Okay, then anything else? And we cut? No. So remaining 9 divided by 2 into 4 is equal to h2. So that gives 9 divided by 2 4s are 8. 9 by 8 equal to h2. Therefore h2 is equal to 9 by 8. If you cut 1 in 9, 8 is there only 1 time. Then remaining what? 1 0. If you put 1 point 0, 1 0 only 1 time. Then remaining 2 2 0 20. So 2 8s are 16. 2 times remaining 4 40. 5 8s are 40. So the answer is 1.125. The unit, this is height, isn't it? Okay, the unit is meter. Understood or not? This is the answer. So you have to be very careful. When height, radius, anything is used, no square, cube will come. Area is used, is asked, then square will come. Volume is asked, then cube will come. Understood? So the concept is simple. You are digging a well, and based with the help of the earth taken out from the well, you are making an embankment. Therefore, the volume of the well will be equal to the volume of the embankment. Well is in the shape of the cylinder, embankment is in the shape of hollow cylinder. So you are equating volume of cylinder is equal to volume of the hollow cylinder, then you found the height of the embankment. Okay, so we have completed first sum and fourth sum. Second sum and third sum will be your homework. They are very easy to do. Okay, so please cooperate with me. Second sum and third sum will be a homework. Exercise 13.3, second sum and third sum. And the remaining sums of the exam, this exercise, we'll do in the next class. Okay, thank you.